the glaring issue with this game is the bad processing of the game. Like, it's got frame drops, it's got clipping, it's got my Violet game has crashed 3 times. 3 fucking times. I played Skyrim on a Switch. I played Mortal Kombat 11 on a Switch. Breath of the Wild, Dragon's Dogma, Smash Brothers. There's so many fucking games I played on the Switch that stayed at a good, that stayed at a consistent frame rate. There was no loading issues, no lag issues or anything like that. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are the first games to ever crash on me. In the 4 years that I've had my Nintendo Switch, the first game, 4? Holy shit, no, it's 5 years. Damn. Of the 5 years that I've had my Nintendo Switch, I've only had 3 crashes. And all 3 crashes happened on Pokemon Violet. Luckily, there's an autosave feature. And I keep that shit on. And I make it a habit to also manually save. Holy shit, save your fucking game. It's something that I say more times than often when playing games on stream and stuff like that, where I was like, oh, let me save the game in case some bullshit happens. And some bullshit happened a number of times with this game. So, it's got frame drops, it's got lag issues, it's got loading issues, it's got clipping, it crashes. The game is a fucking bug-riddled mess. And as far as I know, there's not been any acknowledgement from the Pokemon Company or Game Freak as far as any updates go to fix these issues. I hope they do, because if they don't, that's bad faith. That's essentially saying, no, you're just going to accept the games that we give you. And also, that's a spit in the face to, the fans. That's pretty much you looking the gift horse in the mouth, and it's just not going to end well for you if you keep that up. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm some kind of tech wizard or anything like that. I'm not Mudahar, all right? I'm not some ordinary gamers. I can't tell you the ins and outs of why this shit is bad, but playing in general would dictate enough that enough people will sit there and go, this shit's buggy. It's not going to make you rage and never play the game again, but it does get annoying when shit just moves at a certain frame rate, then it drops to 18, 19. You're just like, God damn, what the fuck is this? It's horrendous. Remember how I said the customization was good? It is. The only downside and the most annoying part of the customization is that you are required to wear the school colors. I get it, the whole uniform thing, so on and so forth. It's stupid. You give people the option to change their clothing, but you can't change your shirt and pants. There are a lot of people who have voiced themselves on a lot of these issues. There are people who are saying, look, I want to wear, as girls, they're like, if I'm playing a girl, I'm going to want to wear a skirt at one point. Why can't I wear a skirt? Why can't I wear a dress? Where's this, that, and the other? Everybody runs around in shorts or pants, and it's annoying. Now, would I wear a skirt in this game? If it was designed with plaid? Yes. Run around look like a fucking Scotsman in Spain? Yes, absolutely. Let's do it. Pokemon Company, you are limiting my creativity. I don't like that shit. We got to correct that. Masuda, hit me up. What the fuck? It makes more sense anyway because, the player gets to have free reign over how they're dressed. That's great. That'd be fantastic. Now, are they going to put out some DLC where you can change that shit up? More than likely. Will they charge you out the ass for it? More than likely. I hate that. I really hate that. Because the options you have are either white and orange or blue and violet. Or yellow and violet, I guess you call it. And it's stupid. It's stupid. I hate it. Pen, don't give out on me now. I'm trying to cross stuff out. The character designs are so lackluster, so fucking boring. You go and look at for example, Colress. Colress is a character you look at and you're just like, yeah, he kind of looks like a Pokemon trainer. You have Cynthia, obvious Pokemon trainer. Leon, Pokemon trainer. What's the guy's name? Steven, Pokemon trainer. You have Flannery, Misty, Brock, Pokemon trainers. Fucking Ash goddamn Ketchum. You see people who look like trainers in the game, right? You know that they train Pokemon. You look at them and you're just like, okay, you look important. There's nothing interesting about these character designs. They are all bad. I'm looking at these trainers and I'm just like, the gym leaders they're so bland. I mean, aside from Larry's kind of cool. Now, as I said, I do enjoy the new designs, but then at the same time, I also hate the new designs. It took the Pokemon Company 10-15 years to add a Pokemon into the game that looks like a character out of Minecraft. Bruh. Again, there is a Tumbleweed Pokemon that evolves into a Tumbleweed Pokemon. Fucking Dunsparce turns into Dunsparce or Dunsparce, whatever they want to fucking call it. One of the most theoretically potential Pokemon that has ever been released happened in 2nd generation. Dunsparce hit and people were just like, yo, what's Dunsparce about? And then we get all the way up to 9th generation. Finally gets an evolution. It's just Dunsparce with another like body. It gets like a slight stat boost, but it's the same fucking Dunsparce. It's retarded. I know it was a troll move. I hate it. I fucking hate it. You know, there are people out there that are just like, oh, ha ha ha, troll. You know, I can laugh troll jokes all day, every day. This shit's garbage. I hate Game Freak for that shit. I was talking with somebody before about the whole regional variant thing. It would have made more sense for them to make regional variants starting with the 3rd generation. Like, why it took them so many years to realize, oh wait, we can have the same Pokemon with different typings is beyond me. But that was a cash cow that they just kind of let age a little bit too much. Milk ain't looking too good. And I'm just like, you sure you didn't want to just call people and just say, hey, can you come up with something better than a ball with like round legs on it? The trainers in this game are all archetypes. Like, you look at, for example, the 1st generation, right? You see Brock, and Brock is a trainer is just like, you're not gonna beat me. I'm too tough to take down, right? Okay, cool. You get to Misty. Misty's very like pompous about herself. Like she's the most important person in the room, right? You get to Lieutenant Surge. Lieutenant Surge is like, I've seen war. There's nothing you have that is going to be able to surprise me. It's like, okay, cool. You see Sabrina. Sabrina's like, I know every move you're about to make, you're going to lose. I'm a psychic. It is what it is. Like, you know, hold the fucking L. Like Erica. You see Erica and she's just like daydreaming the whole time. Like, oh, who else? Blaine, the fucking quiz master. Like, this guy's like hilarious. Koga, the ninja from like, I don't know, the deepest part of Fuchsia City. Anyway, like, you get where I'm going with this, right? These trainers, these gym leaders had fucking personalities. They had a reason to, you know, hold on to the names that they have. I shit you not a single trainer or not a single gym leader in this game. I was not able to remember a single gym leader in this game by name, except for Larry, because Larry is the only character that stood out to me, and he's a fucking businessman archetype. Larry's just entertaining. He's just fun. He shows up and he's like, I only got this much time on my lunch break, so let's make this quick. Like, damn, this dude's badass. Where was he in Office Space? Like, as I'm speaking right now, I'm looking at the names of these gym leaders, and like I'm having a tough time putting names to faces right now. Like, you got Katie, Brassius, whoever Brassius was. Iono, I know her. She was a streamer girl and she was annoying. I skipped through like most of the fucking dialogue in these gyms, by the way, because I just didn't care. Like, I want to give a fuck, but they're not giving me a reason to give a fuck. Kofu, I don't remember. Larry, I remember. Rhyme, oh, fucking Rhyme. Jesus Christ, that bitch. Oh. Like, the fight wasn't tough. It was just tough getting to the fight. And I'll explain that in a second. But, you know, you had Tulip, you had Grusha. Like, these names, I just don't care to, I'm not so much care. I'm trying to put the face to the name and it's just not working. But I mean, Hey, we got new Pokemon games, right? The game is sort of a free, like, you know, when I say playing the game blind, you can play the game blind and have more fun. But once you actually, you know, get the handle and you want to kind of like progress through the game faster, you're just like, it turns into a free roam railroad because like, you know where the next spot is going to be that you have to go to. And they're just like, what is it that they normally do with every fucking gym in other games? Like, at least starting with like, well, no, every other game, it's like, okay, well, we're going to keep you on a railroad. Keep in mind, after you beat the third gym, you got to go beat the fourth gym. And it's like, well, no fucking shit. One of the things that would have like impressed me with Scarlet and Violet is like immensely, along with, you know, getting rid of the whole eyes lock trainer fight thing. As I like to call it, ELF, eyes lock fight, or ELF. One of the things that would have impressed me the most is if they gave you the option to skip the tutorial. You want to skip the tutorial? Yes, I do. Or have you played Pokemon games before? Or even, are you familiar with Pokemon? Yes, I am. Cool. Do you know how to catch Pokemon? Yes, I do. Cool. You know how to battle? Yes, I do. Cool. You know what a Pokemon Center is? Like, these are things that make sense to me, especially this far down the line, and I understand there are people out there, oh, well, it might be somebody else's first game. That don't mean much of shit anymore. I'm not even gonna sit here and fake the funk, because there are people out there, they pick up any controller and jump right into Call of Duty, no problem. They don't need any kind of guidance to know how to press the fucking buttons. All you really need to do is just hit the map with objectives. That's it. People will navigate their ways to the objectives. You don't have to tutorial them through the game. Hey, this is how you go forward and press A. And that's what's been done for the most part. Now it's like, hey, this is how you move around and press A. God damn, dog. They can do, they'd save so much time and so many resources if they just got rid of the tutorial for Pokemon games. Because it doesn't take much effort to figure out how an RPG works. Shit you not. Another thing that bothered me in this game is there's no regional threat, right? Like there's no Team Rocket. There's no Team Aqua or Magma, like threatening the ecosystem. Team Rocket threatening the economy, essentially. Trying to, like, you know, going from capitalism to corporatism. Whatever. There's no Team Plasma threatening to destroy, like, you know, to create its own, like, universe or anything like that. There's no Team Plasma that champions authoritarianism and tyranny. Like, there's no Team Flare that wants destruction of the fucking planet. None of that shit exists in these newer games. It's like Team Skull happens, right? Team Skull pops up and it's just a bunch of delinquents that get in your way. Though I will say they did Guzma real good with that character arc. He had a really good character arc. I give him credit for that. The fucking Lucami, whatever her shit was called, the damn syndicate or some shit. That shit was stupid. Oh, we are, you know, what do they call that shit? We're not eco-terrorists, humanitarians. There we go. We're humanitarians or Pokemon-tarians, whatever. And you find out that this bitch is just psychotic beyond belief. What was the fucking Team Yell? Team Yell was nothing more than a bunch of fucking simps that championed some one chick that told them to get out the way the whole time. Like, they just run around following like emo Pokemon. It's the most retarded shit of all time. And then like in this game, Team Star, shit you the fuck not. Team Star is a group of people who got tired of being bullied. So what did they do? They banded together and said, they pulled the Revenge of the Nerds. They didn't do anything violent either. They just showed up. All the bullies left the school. And then all of a sudden Team Star was now known as like villains. That is lazy as fuck when it comes to any kind of adversarial, or like any kind of like team adversary thing. It's lazy. It's retarded. Anybody who sits there and tells you, oh, I like how they did no, that's fucking retarded. It's stupid. Why? Why in the 19,412 realms of the fuck would you think at all that this is smart? Let's just make them unfortunate villains. Get the fuck out of it. Can we get past this unfortunate villains thing and like get back to villains being villains? This motherfucker want to kick my ass because I beat his sister's ass in a game of fucking, I don't know, poker or some shit. Like, he now wants to kill me and my team because we're savages. Oh, fucking well, not gonna happen. Hey, yo, fight me. Bring back the people that look you in the fucking eye and say, give me your goddamn money, son. Like, give me the villains that will run somebody's pockets just because. I want that. Not any of this goofy ass, we're actually not even really the bad guys shit. Like, come on now. This shit's lazy. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Nobody liked Team Skull when they did it. For the most part, the only character that stood out were Guzman and like his side bitch. Like, nobody liked Team Yell at fucking all. At fucking all. They're retarded Brits. That's... Yo, they had retarded potatoes running around, dog. And fucking Pokemon Sword and Shield. Yo, why? Why did you think this is the smartest move to make, Game Freak? Why? But Team fucking Star is so stupid. It's stupid. Like, I didn't give a fuck about any of the characters in Team Star, like, at all. I mean, Aries kind of like brutal. I kind of like that archetype of certain like, you got the Amazonist looking kind of character. I like those characters because they're usually like, the more empathetic ones. And that's kind of what she was. Eri was empathetic, but I didn't give a fuck about any of the other characters. Like, I'm blanking on faces. I know you had like the one guy who was like a ninja or whatever and spoken like yay and verily. And you had the one DJ kid. You had the one girl who ran around with fucking the fucking thigh high boots, and then you had like the gay kid. Like, it's oh, Jesus Christ. There's no regional threat. Like, the threat comes from the post game, like when you get to the actual Area Zero, because like you start going up against some actual monsters, and it feels like some shit. Like, you get invested in the story, and the story makes you start to. It starts to get your blood pumping in a good way. But before that, there's no actual threat at all. Hell, the like Area Zero isn't really a threat either. It's contained. It's solid. It's good. It's been good for a while. Like, it's nothing's gonna happen anytime soon. You just go just to find out what the fuck happened. That's it. That's really it. You're just an excavation team, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad way to tell a story, and that's fine. There's still no threat. Like, bring back Team Rocket. Bring back like Team like Aqua and Magma. Like the drought and the heavy rain. The drought and the flood. Like bring that shit back. Bring back people who made me go, oh, now shit's getting serious. I'm in this game. I'm in there like swimwear. Like, you don't have that with these games until like you get to Area Zero. It's bad. That's not good. That's not good. There is pointless padding in this game. Very pointless padding. You know how I said you got the class system, the classes, the school thing. Okay, cool. I understand that you go into a university or academy or whatever. Cool, fine, dandy. But the classes are so stupid because they ask you trick questions and questions you already know the answer to. That's it. And then like you get prizes. I might have said this before, but like it's not anything special. Not that I've noticed yet. Eventually I'll get to the point where I do knock all that stuff out. Because I want to be able, I want to be able to say that I've done that at least once on each, like in each generation. Like, oh, I've done everything in this generation. I've tried everything in this generation. And like, you don't really have that in this game. That drive to really want to do everything. I don't care to find every kind of sandwich personally. I just want to find the ones that best benefit me. And like, they might all have some level of benefit at some point, but for the most part, if I get all the Pokemon, like my playability for the game starts to slow down. And like the only time it gets to the point where the only time I actually play the game is when like, couple of buddies of mine are playing. It'd be my homeboy Jay, or it'd be Caffeinated Wolf. Whenever he streams, is like the only times I'd actually play. Once it gets to that point, once I have all the Pokemon, I just kind of won't really invest too much time. And then, you know, they'll put out the update for Pokemon Home, and I can move Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet to Home, and then from Home to Scarlet and Violet. I'll get to that point, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'll go ahead and play a little more. But, you know, after that, I'm probably just gonna fall right back on Dragon's Dogma, or, you know, Dragon Quest Builders, because those games have high replay value to me. I put over 1,000 hours. Or Streets of Rage, another game I put a bunch of hours into. Like, I put like over 1,000 hours into Dragon Quest Builders, and all I'm doing is putting blocks on top of blocks. Like, this shit is fun as hell, though. Oh shit. But nonetheless, like, there's so much padding in the game. So much padding in the game. It makes no fucking sense to me. Now, remember when I said that the Terror Raids had their disadvantages? Well, the most glaring disadvantage to the Terror Raids is the Time Eaters. And by Time Eaters, I mean, if your Pokemon faints in battle, you have to wait 5 seconds before they get back in the fight. Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. But I am not fine with the timer still running as they chunk off another person. So it's like if you have like a minute left and your Pokemon dies, that's like the 5 second wait, so it brings you down to 55, and then they chunk off another like 5 seconds, so now you're at 50. And then on top of that, like, you get back in the game, like the animations, like the time counts down while animations happen. Time counts down as text scrolls across the screen, and you can't skip past the text or anything like that. Like, everything that happens, like from the beginning of the fight to the end of the fight, that timer is running, and I think that's fucked up. I think that's so fucking janky. Like, I'm fine with the timer running while you're attacking, while you're picking your next action, and while your Pokemon's like fainted or something like that, right? But like, oh, you're gonna attack and then it's gonna hold up on the screen for like a second and a half. It's super effective. And then it, like, there's the part where it's like, oh, well, you only have like 5 seconds left before you're kicked out of the fucking raid den, and of that 5 seconds, it takes them 3 seconds to tell you that, so you have 2 seconds left. It's the setup is retarded. The setup is stupid. I hate it. I'm pretty sure there are people out there that are just like, I'm fine with it. No, it's stupid. It's bad mechanics, in my opinion. It's like playing red light, green light on a timer, right? Like, oh, well, no, green light and you're running. Red light, you stop, but the timer's still counting fucking down. Like, it's stupid. Why are you still counting down? How can I get to the fucking goal if you won't let me fucking go? That's pretty much where I'm at. Like, you know, streamline the shit. Make it faster. Now, I did fail to mention that these games, Scarlet and Violet, give you the ability to co-op. So, you know, you can run through the game with up to 4 players, right? And that's cool. Like, I mean, all of the battles and stuff for the most part generally happen 1v1. So, like, you know, if you go to challenge a gym or something like that, you're not taking your squad with you. You can go challenge the gym leader all at the same time, but you're all doing your own individual fights. That makes sense. But the game lacks heavily in co-op, in my opinion. Like, I'm fine with jumping the game, but there's not much incentive if I can just use a code to jump into a raid battle at any point. Like, it just seems kind of pointless to jump into a world unless there's a reason for co-oping. Like, there's that one Pokemon that evolves in the Union Room or changes as like a dolphin or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, if I knew that the co-op was going to be like this lackluster, I'd be like, you know what, just keep it. It's fine. I guess you can do like the picnic stuff in co-op and whatever. Like, it'd be cool if you can all go to school together or whatever and do sports, play games and stuff like that, but there's not much to it otherwise. I don't know, it's very, very lackluster in my opinion. The height of the gym challenges were in Pokemon Black and White 2, like in 5th generation, because like you get to the 6th gen, and it's like, you know, you got like some kind of a puzzle, but it wasn't as good as like Clay's gym, where you had like where you had to get on like different elevators to go to different platforms, or as good as what's the name, Drayden, I think his name was Drayden's gym, where like you had to figure out how the dragon's arms worked in order to get across the bridge to get up to Drayden and fight him and stuff like that. It wasn't as fun as like, or rather, this Scarlet and Violet's not as fun. Like in this one, like I'll go through the list of like the different challenges they have, because y'all need to know, y'all need to understand how fucking terribly boring, to be more specific, terribly boring these challenges are for these gyms. Oh, you know that pointless padding part? I just thought about this. I just remembered. They have you do a fucking interview with the Elite Four. Like you go in, right? You go into the Pokemon League building and you talk with Rika, and Rika's like, oh, okay, well, do you like Pokemon? Yes. Why are you taking on the Pokemon League? For the obvious fucking reason, because I want to get stronger. And like some other stupid ass question. I don't know, what's your favorite food or some shit? I don't know. I really don't care to go through that fucking interview again. I'm gonna have to eventually, but it's so goddamn retarded. Like, it was pointless to throw that in there. Like, you didn't have to worry about that for fucking 8 generations prior. Why are you doing it now? Why? Waste the resources, as I always say. The plot of this game is horrendously predictable. Holy shit. Like, oh, we're gonna hit you with this child level twist. It wasn't even a child level twist, some shit I'd figure out when I was a kid too. Like, the fucking dean of the school is undercover trying to dismantle Team Star in Operation Starfall, and he rolls up and he's like, I don't know who this Clavel person is. Director Clavel. Oh, he's a director. School director. He's like, I don't know who this Director Clavel is. My name is Clive. And then he fucking like swipes his pompadour or some stupid shit like that. And it's just like, bro, can you get your creepy ass away from me? Like he was a predictable individual. Fucking Cassiopeia, I guess is the name that this motherfucker goes by. Is like, oh, well, you know, I hacked your phone. I'm Cassiopeia, and I'll reward you handsomely if you assist in Operation Starfall. And like, you take down the 5 Team Star members, and then it's like, all right, well, now I gotta test you gotta take me down, because I'm actually the true leader of Team Star. I'm who they were waiting on. They're sitting there like, I kind of predicted as much, because you initiated Operation Starfall. You know, it's kind of like the whole Batman Operation Nightfall. It's not like you were, you know, catching anybody like left fucking field or anything like that. I knew that Operation Starfall was your deal. I knew it was you, because for a year and a half, as they keep doing these flashbacks, they were saying, oh, we're waiting for our boss to come back. You are the fucking boss. That's very predictable. You get to the fucking school, and then fucking Clavel is like, oh, well, it's time for me to reveal who I actually am. Takes off the fucking Clive disguise and his Clavel, and it's like, yeah, no, I knew it was you. He's like, oh, you couldn't even just humor me? No, I wasn't gonna fucking humor you. Get the fuck out the way, you creep. Like, and then he's like, all right, well, battle me, because I can't in good faith put my students in harm's way without knowing that they would be safe. And then you beat his ass. He's like, okay, you'll be safe. And like, then you fight fucking Cassiopeia, and turns out that Cassiopeia was Penny, the very first person to get bullied in the fucking beginning of the game. Very predictable. I think the theme of this game is don't bully people. Fuck that. You get these L's like everybody else. Fuck out of here. Like Penny is getting bullied at the beginning of the game, and like then you just don't see her pop up at all until after you beat like one of the Operation or Team Star outposts. And like you kicked her ass, and then like she shows up and is like, here's some materials to make some TMs. Like, fucking, if that's your role and you have this unique-ish look about you, or a neat look, I guess, obviously you have more of a role in this operation than you let on, because otherwise you wouldn't have shown the fuck up here. I would have completely forgot about you, and I'd be like, oh shit, yeah, that makes sense. But I knew it was you. Everybody knew it was you. She just shows up and is like, yeah, I bet you weren't expecting. Like, no, I knew. It's very, very obvious because everybody else is busy doing something else. Like, come on now. Come the fuck on now. It was stupid. They're very predictable. And I know a lot of people are sitting there, it's like, dog, it's a kid's game. It's like, no, but you don't understand. It's the method and how they tell the story. Man, look. I don't care about the racial implications of old lady T-Pain being a terrible rapper. But I take great offense to lyrics that are worse than anything that Ice JJ Fish could put out.
It's something about the girl.
Are you fucking kidding me with this shit? Are you dead fucking ass? Bruh, that shit was offensive. I hate this bitch beyond reason. I have not hated a gym leader this badly since Whitney. And all Whitney did that pissed me off was cry. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Get this useless bitch out of the fucking way. Bruh. God damn. Man. It makes my head itch. It's awful. God awful. And like, there are some people out there that are probably like, oh, you're exaggerating. No. You gotta play the game. You gotta play the game and read the dialogue. All right. You try to read the dialogue in this game, it's just bad. It's just horrible. You got the one chick, Nemo. She's constantly speaking in like, she speaks in Spanish. I get it, Spain or whatever. But like, fucking why? Why? Stop. Just let the theme be the theme. It's so fucking terrible. Bruh. Oh man, I didn't even touch on the fucking gym leaders, the fucking champions design. Bruh. Let me tell you. When you look at Lance, right? Look at Lance as a champion. You look at Blue as a trainer, as a champion. You look at Steven as a champion. You look at Wallace. You look at Cynthia. You look at, what's the guy's name? Alder. You look at whatever the little girl's name, the other little dragon girl. Look at her. You look at Diantha. You look at Professor Kukui, the fucking professor. You look at fucking Leon, the fucking king of, Pokemon UK. Like, you look at these guys, and then you see Gita, whatever they want to call her, La Primera. You look at her, and you're just like, one, why does she look like a fucking cardboard cutout? Like she stepped out of fucking Hall & Oates video. Like, why? Why does she, what is going on with her hair? Why does she look so creepy and uninspiring and like flat? Like, not even a Hall & Oates video. She looks like a Tim Burton character. Why is this a thing? Why is she walking around in a leather fucking suit? Is she part of Eurythmics? Like, I don't understand what the fuck is anything about this bitch. There's nothing here that screams champion at all. Fucking hell. Like, dog, it's so horrendous. It's awful. I hate it. Rika looks more like a champion than she does. Than the fucking Gita does. Like, bro, why couldn't Rika be the damn champion? Fuck that, why couldn't it be Larry? The final con that I have about this game, options still don't matter. You're either, every question you're provided, it's either yes or yes with an asterisk. Yes with an asterisk is you giving in to peer pressure. That's simply you saying, I don't know about this, and then they make you do it. I enjoy being able to say no. It makes it feel like I'm not a fucking pushover, And with the fucking Pokemon interview thing, right? At the interview at the Pokemon League, they're sitting there like you're sitting there talking with Rika, and she's asking you these questions, and she goes, if you answer, what was the word? I guess feasibly, then we'll allow you to challenge us. Like, what the fuck does that mean? I beat all your goddamn your fucking gyms. That's the stipulation. I beat your gyms. Now fucking fight me, pussies. It's that easy. Why do I now have to go, hey, I beat all your people. Let me tell you my other fucking credentials. I like Pokemon. Like, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck is this shit, dog? They're dead serious. They're dead fucking serious with this shit. And holy fucking moly. Like, it doesn't matter. Your options don't fucking matter because the story will progress as the story progresses. What the fuck? Why can't there be some shit I deny and then never be able to get back to? That's one of the things that makes a lot of games like replayable. Like when you look at like a Dragon's Dogma, for example. If you happen to do one quest line, another quest line kind of locks itself out. So if you want to experience that other quest line, you're gonna have to start up a new game or do a different save file or something like that. Like do that, like how they do that with Skyrim and stuff. Like there are some things you're just gonna lose access to. It's like fucking that's fine. If you give us everything at the expense of us not being able to say no, then where's the fun? Where's the fucking fun? People are gonna rush to the end of the game and never pick it up again. That like they did with the previous iterations. Like, what the fuck? Let me say no and actually mean it. That's pretty much what that is. Like, it's so fucking annoying. Why can't I just, take the piss out of people every now and then?